Hi, sweeties. How are you all doing? Welcome to Nine Sim Awesome Nine, and thank you all so much for all the love and support you all shower me here with. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about Beyonce. Beyonce is getting huge um, backlash for not speaking up over what is going on in Congo, Sudan, Palestine, and all that. And she has been going around touring, making money, and also she released her single also which some people in Israel were able to get hold of and were making a scene out of that, and people think that is very insensitive of Beyonce for doing that. And I really don't know what to say. A lot of people are saying Beyonce is not a government official, her speaking up will not do anything. And some people think that, she has to protect her image, she has to be this, she has to be that. And I don't know what to say at this point in time because, I do not trust any celebrity. Some of them is that they really do not care so much about what is going on in their own community. And also, I know she has a name to protect her money and all of that, but I think they have made so much money that, sincerely speaking, they do not have to put money first. But it is them wanting to speak out and not wanting to speak out is all for them. Let's get into this.
If you've been following me for a while, you know that I am a former member of the Hive, and I still dabble occasionally. You may have also seen me on multiple occasions defending this woman. I just want to make it abundantly clear to those of you who are about to kick off in my comments for what I'm about to say, I don't give a shit. This is a prime example of why your silence is complacence. Because when you do not advocate for what is right, people are open to misinterpret your position. Now, I don't know what her position is. None of us know what her position is. But we can confidently say that by staying silent, her art can be misused and perverted in such a way that people who show no sympathy for individuals who are victims of genocide, not even 100 miles away from them, are using your art as a slight to those victims. And instead of you to do the responsible thing, which is to maybe postpone or maybe don't release it in those jurisdictions, you stay silent, you crack on with your schedule, and shit like this happens. There are obvious nuances that I'm not going to go into because she's exempt. Certain people are exempt from the nuances of the impact that being controversial will have on a person of color. She is the prime example of somebody who is exempt from consequences of being vocal for oppressed groups. Your music, which stands for the liberation of oppressed people, Black people, members of the LGBTQ community, your music that stands for inclusion and freedom is being used by people who advocate for exclusion and genocide.
I never expected Beyonce to say anything about what's going on, the genocide in Palestine. I never expected that from her. I wasn't on my couch waiting for Beyonce to make a statement, because although Beyonce's music reflects a lot of woke values, or just pro-black and pro self affirmation and self actualization values, she don't really stand for us like that. As an artist, don't get me wrong, Beyonce has opened a lot of doors for people in the music industry. She has made a lot of impact as an artist, but her impact has always just been that. As an artist, she makes art that has tended to be more pro-black and more activist in these past couple of years. But when it comes to actually taking political action, political stances, standing against, using her voice to condemn, she doesn't do that. And she has never done that. And so I don't expect that from her. Beyonce is a Black capitalist billionaire who fundamentally prioritizes her own interests in every single move that she makes. Even the ones that are semi-political are prioritizing her. mainly and always. And that has always been how I've seen her, and I've never been confused. But although I don't expect that from her, I feel like this moment in history, the genocide that we're witnessing, that continues to get worse and continues to get more dire every single day. Like, I am fundamentally radicalized. There is no bone in my body that is not obsessed about how to align every single aspect of my life with the values of decolonization, with the values of liberation, but like in tangible ways. Like I'm talking day to day. How do I align myself with these values? Because if there is an after what's going on right now, there's no way that I can forget. Like, I'm fundamentally changed. I can't go back. Like, there's no going back after this. And because of that, like, I need to pay attention as a consumer of music and content and things in the world. I need to pay attention to where I put my energy, and I need to pay attention to how much energy I'm putting into things that do not align with the values that I say that I need to align with, which is radical decolonization and anti-imperialism and liberation. Because like what we're witnessing right now needs to push me to that level. And by that I mean the music that I listen to, the things that I buy, the news that I consume, the books that I read, the jobs that I choose and not choose. Like every single choice that I make from this period onward needs to be rooted in the values of liberation and decolonization. And if Beyonce is not aligned with that, then that's not where my energy is going. And I just need us to understand that. Because I think that you can acknowledge the ways that Beyonce's art has impacted you and changed you and brought so much to your life, and you can hold on to those gifts and you can cherish them for what they are, and also recognize that moving forward, you need to believe Beyonce when she tells you who she is, which is she don't give a damn about you. Like, she's not gonna stand for you, and she does not align with the values that we all need to be aligning with moving forward if we want to see a free Palestine, if we want to see a free Congo, if we want to see a free Sudan, if we want to see a free Haiti, if we want all of us to be free, the values that Beyonce is standing for are the values that we need to divest from. And so that means divesting from her. It means divesting from her, babes. It means divesting from her. And I just think that it's really important that we pay attention to what Beyonce is telling us. She's not saying much, but her actions are that she is allowing her film to continue to be screened in a country that is occupying a small strip of indigenous land where millions of people are being killed, murdered, bombed, not enough food, no electricity, and for her to have released a single today, it's nothing. It's nothing. And concretely, I mean, babes, if you got your tickets and you, Beyonce comes up on shuffle every once in a while, cool, right? But, buying more tickets, buying more merch, and giving her more attention on social media, I have better shit to do. I got better shit to do than to be listening to Beyonce. You know what I mean? I got better shit to do than to be listening to Beyonce's new single. I got better shit to do than to be buying concert tickets, buying merch, talking about her. I got better shit to do. Because I'm trying to get free. Beyonce, she got free. She been free. Beyonce is a billionaire. She been free. She has no reason to be fighting for liberation because monetarily she is freer than anybody on this planet. She don't need to fight for nothing, but I gotta fight. I still gotta fight for my life. So I don't have time for Beyonce. I'm not putting my energy into Beyonce right now because I gotta get free.
to those victims, and instead of you to do the responsible thing, which is to maybe postpone.
I just wanted to add a couple things onto that as well. I wholeheartedly agree with the whole video. I really, really do. I just wanted to add on, I wanted to know if Solange went to the premiere. Because I remember she had posted in solidarity with Gaza and Palestine. And that was it. At least she was letting us know where she was with it. Obviously, I don't know these people. I don't know what their personal lives are like at home, but I can't imagine the conversation after that was the best. She absolutely could have or should have postponed it, pulled it, something, to say I am going to premiere one of my greatest projects in a country that's actively murdering people by the thousands is insane. Like, you can't wait maybe a few months to do that or something in that particular area, because the Palestinians can't watch it. I don't think they have any movie theaters anymore. They're also dead. So there's that as well. And I had made a video some weeks ago in regards to Tyler Perry. It was something about him being a billionaire, blah, 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 whatever. Even your favorite celebrity in the whole world, if that celebrity is a billionaire, they are not a good person. Mind you, I love Beyonce's music. I have every single album, except for Everything Is Love. I'm not trying to hear that nigga rap over shit. But I just want to know what her lowest, whoever works under her, I want to know what her lowest paid employee makes. I want to know that. And before y'all go off on like, not every celebrity is responsible for everybody. Just because they're rich, they don't have to do this, that, and the third. You have a responsibility. I don't care. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Especially if you're taking home humanitarian aid awards, you absolutely have a responsibility to help people all the way across the board. She has a responsibility. She does. To have that much money, to know that we could possibly end hunger in America off $20 billion alone. I'm not saying Beyonce has $20 million. I'm just saying her contribution to literally anything would be life-changing. I'm sure. I feel like if you are packing that much heat in your bank account, you 1000% have a responsibility to people on this earth who cannot afford to live on this earth. I do. If I had it, I'd be doing what I can. Because I know it wouldn't hurt her bank account. It wouldn't hurt her to post a flag. It would not hurt her. I guarantee you it wouldn't. The type of money that her and her husband have is the type of money where they could just disappear if they wanted to. Yeah. Capitalism is crazy. It's really crazy.
Why do y'all always gotta do too much? And by y'all know exactly who the... You know what? Roll a clip. Now, before we get into how unseasoned that was, let me address the elephant in the room. I've seen creators come on here and have the take that Beyonce has stayed silent, and so she allows for behavior like this to be perpetuated. Now, do I believe that's true? Do I believe celebrities can use their platform to speak out against genocide? Probably. But I also think two things can be true at once. Now, y'all know good and goddamn well we live in a capitalistic society where the bottom line is always money. And if she speaks out against something, she stands to lose money. And I just think it's weird how y'all have this aggressive ass energy for black celebrities to speak out in wake of things that are non-black issues, but don't have the same energy for white celebrities when black issues arise. Weird. So me personally, I'm a ride with Queen Bee till the wheels fall off. But that's not what we're here for. Y'all went to an entire Beyonce concert and made it about you. A space where you see, we've all seen the clips. It is a black space for black people to be celebrating. Okay, our music, our culture. And you decided to use that moment to make it about you? This has to be some of the nastiest, unhinged behavior I've ever seen. Don't piss me off.
To the Beyonce fans and the Taylor Swift fans that do not want to hear any criticism of their faves right now, y'all got to get over it and suck it up. I don't care how much their music has gotten you through a hard time. I don't care how talented you think they are with their lyricism. I say this as someone that literally went to see Beyonce this summer, and it was hands down one of the best concert experiences I've had. Nothing takes away from the fact that those two women are self-absorbed capitalists who literally do not use the influence and the power they have to speak up on things that actually matter. Because Beyonce damn sure got on this internet to talk about how people were criticizing her child for her performance on the Renaissance tour. The child that she decided to put in the public spotlight, who probably wasn't ready for that kind of attention, despite how talented she may or may not be, but had nothing to say about the thousands of children in Palestine that are being murdered by Israel, dropping bombs on them and denying them food and water. Not only did she not have anything to say about it, she still has not canceled the upcoming date for her Renaissance movie debuting in Israel. And I don't want to hear any of y'all like, nothing's been said, there's nothing for sale yet. It's been 2 months. You're going to sit here and tell me that somebody with the longevity that Beyonce has, the influence in the industry that she has, that she don't know, that she don't have the power to call somebody up and be like, yo, nip that in the bud. I don't want to support this. Please. And T Swift, you're not getting off easy with this one either. I was home. My sister brought up a really good point to me. She was like, yo, her relationship with Travis Kelce is very convenient, given that Disney also owns ESPN. And then I got to thinking, how does Disney recuperate the funds that it lost from people canceling their Disney Plus subscription after they decided to send $2 million to Israel? You go to one of your other platforms and you make that popular. And how do you do that? You get the hottest pop star to date an NFL star so that people every Monday, Thursday, or Sunday, depending when the game is on, tune into ESPN, which they own, in hopes of seeing Taylor's boyfriend and hopefully seeing her there as well. Not only that, if you look up Taylor Swift and Disney Plus, there are talks of her movie from her concert being debuted on Disney Plus after it's no longer in theaters. So not only are your faves silent at this time, they are literally making money with the entities responsible for the genocide and ethnic cleansing that we're witnessing. When people show you who they are, believe them. Stop thinking that because they can sing really well and dance to a beat really well, that they care about people and global matters. Because I'm gonna leave you with this final thought. When was the last time Taylor Swift or Beyonce spoke up in support or against some sort of global crisis that was going on as it was unfolding? Not months later in some curated documentary where they finally reveal their political and personal views. I mean, currently, as it is happening, they are showing up on social media, lending their voice to support of whatever is happening and showing solidarity with people that care. When have they ever done that? Don't worry, I'll wait.
It's the fact that you followed me, and I say followed because I remove you as a follower, and happened to put this in my comment section. Just because you and the rest of the hive decided to mind your business the last 8 weeks while there's a collective global effort in fighting for Palestine does not mean the work is not being done. We have been bombarding every state representative from House, Senate, and local, whether it's calling, emailing, faxing, because we've now gone to faxing now because they're ignoring our calls. We have been protesting almost every damn day for the last 8 weeks, almost 9. There are people setting themselves on fire in front of Israeli consulates to get the message out there. You want to know why? It happened in my city this past week. We have been boycotting select brands told us by the BDS movement who are contributing directly to Israel's apartheid to Palestine. But hey, asking someone to not take blood money from Israel is too much.
Listen, I would be the first person to say that Beyonce should be speaking up. I think all of us should be speaking up right now. But seeing people say that Beyonce has like enough power to end this whole thing, you know, this occupation that's older than her 2 times. Seeing people say that she should be calling people to storm the White House because she has that much power, I really think we're losing the plot. Nobody else is going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm gonna say it. We're losing the plot. And I'm not gonna defend her, but because my sister should be using her voice, her platform to speak. And I love Beyonce, but y'all might be a little off here. Like, storm the White House. Beyonce telling people to do that? Like, people won't literally be unalived as a result, and she won't be blamed in the highest court, I promise. But, like, what? There's no way we're occupying the same reality, y'all. Come on, let's be for real. But seeing people say that Beyonce has, like, enough power to end...
You're my mutual, so this is not a dragging. But these takes are focusing on the over-radical people versus the ones that have valid criticism. Ironically enough, the BDS movement put out this statement yesterday to Beyonce and Taylor Swift, showing gratitude to both for never performing in Israel despite many lucrative offers, pointing out that although they are upset that their films showed in Israel, they understand if their hands are tied due to distribution, but also point out that a public stance is needed. Otherwise, their names and their work would be associated with genocide, as we saw this past weekend. The infantilization of your billionaire faves is just making it all look really, really weird, especially when some celebrities have made public advocacy and social justice part of their brand for over a decade. Like, I don't know if you took a break on Sunday, but we were all having these conversations yesterday.
When it comes to Beyonce, I'm not going to say that the Black community made Beyonce to where she is right now, but we did heavily contribute to it. Until the Fair Housing Act of 1968, Black African Americans were refused to buying homes, and they were redlined, which redlining means that they weren't able to buy in certain areas. Lenders redlined areas where they were able to purchase. So let's talk about it. A commission on a $200 million house, that's $5 million. This is the most expensive house in California. I've already canceled Beyonce. Beyonce has shown time and time again that she's not necessarily here for the Black community. You can even tell by her concert tickets, because who can afford a $500 concert ticket, and that's just a bare minimum. So I apologize about that. If I said because he was palm colored, no, it's not because of that. What I'm trying to say is Beyonce, coming from the Black community, I assumed that she would at least liberate the people of color as far as selecting an agent, because that is life-changing money. And I know people are like, oh, well, he was the most qualified. I know that there is a lot of qualified agents that are people of color that would really, really, really benefit from that money and really change the community. But I digress. She does what she wants with her money, and I do what I want with mine. I'm not going to support her.
So this is all I got from these tissues, and a lot of people are really very sad that Beyonce has not spoken since over what is going on in Palestine, the genocide that is also going on in Congo and Sudan and the rest of them. And I understand that she is a big fish. I mean, when it comes to the industry, I mean, a lot of people look up for her and all that. But at the same time, I think they are also protecting their brands and all that, which I just do not understand how. I know a lot of people are saying that why are we not holding our the government and its the subordinates, we are supposed to be holding them responsible for what is going on, not calling Beyonce to come and fight for. But then I feel like they have, she is she has grown, that she is very rich, that I think she can also push with her platform to let people know, what is going on is sad and it's bad and all that. But if people are also calling Beyonce, I hope you all are also calling Taylor Swift, because she is also a big fish in the industry, And also, I think people are very, very much offended because she released a single, which was also televised in Tel Aviv or something, and a lot of people are thinking that is very insensitive of her and all that, which I also think that is a little bit insensitive. Like, with everything going on, all she can do is release. But then Taylor Swift has done that. I really don't know what, I don't know if Beyonce has done a lot for Black community, but I can say in music industry, I think she has also, a lot of people may have benefited from her through one way or the other. But then most times I think that them keeping quiet when something like this is going on is, America is a capitalist, and government, everybody is also looking for a way to hold on to his money and all that. So people do not want to lose money too. But man, I am not going to blame anybody anymore, because I am like, people with a huge platform. I do not trust anybody. Yeah, I don't trust anybody speaking on what is going on around the world. And it is obvious, like you all can also say, that she does not want to talk about what is going on in the world. Because if she wanted to talk about it, she will talk about it. Her sister Solange also took to her social media to actually condemn what is going on in Gaza. She did. She said that is genocide and she is not going to support it. But her sister Beyonce has never said anything. And people think that is wickedness. I don't know what to say. I am just standing in between. I don't want to, condemn her or be for her. But I just made my own point. And as we are also dragging her, we should also drag Taylor Swift too. So yeah, I like Beyonce, but I don't think I can spend a lot of money to go and see her and all that. I mean, there are some things that don't drive me crazy. I mean, especially when it comes to being a huge fan. I might like a celebrity, but that doesn't mean that I am your biggest fan and all that. I mean, she is a huge celebrity. She is a big fish, if I have to, yeah. But some of them really are very selfish. And that is all I can say. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.